Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras here with the latest news from Israel.
Minister of Education and head of the Jewish Home Party Naftali Bennett addressed the Sdot Negev Regional Council earlier today, saying that another war with Hamas in Gaza is on the horizon. The comments come one day after another rocket was launched into Israel's south by the Hamas terror organization, and on the 12th anniversary of the death of Ella Abu Kassis, an Israeli girl killed by a Qassam rocket falling on Sderot as she was protecting her brother Tamil. According to Bennett, quote, "In Gaza, they are continuing to threaten us and hurt us. Against an enemy that sends children to defend terrorists, we send soldiers to defend children. The dangers these days are growing in Gaza and Lebanon, and the next round of fighting is a question of when, not if. This time we need to ensure a clear victory and not a tie. We won't be the only country in the world where a child can't walk in the street from fear a missile will fall on him. Our enemy invests all his time and energy in trying to kill us, to hurt us. Instead of building life, they invest in means of death. Only by absolute determination will we stop this." End quote. Hamas is an internationally recognized terror organization that governs over the Gaza Strip. Recent reports show that they have just returned to the military strength that they held before starting the 2014 war in Gaza with Israel, today referred to as Operation Protective Edge. The IDF has ordered administrative detention for Palestinian Arab journalist and Hamas member Mohammed al-Kik, who was freed from a 6-month prison term last May following a 94-day hunger strike. The 34-year-old Kik was re-arrested last month for his activities in Hamas aimed against Israel, as well as for undermining the Palestinian Authority. The prison service has confirmed that he was on a hunger strike again, but did not say when the fast began. Administrative detention law allows the state to hold suspects without trial for periods of up to 6 months, renewable indefinitely. A military spokeswoman said that the administrative detention was a last resort measure, as they had no other way of neutralizing the danger. Kik has denied the allegations about terrorist activity, saying he works for the Saudi television channel Al Majd. French presidential candidate Marine Le Pen says that banning French Jews from wearing a kippah or a skullcap in public is a necessary step to fight radical Islam in France. Speaking in an interview aired on Channel 2 on Friday, the chairwoman of the National Front Party said a ban on religious clothing in public would have to include the cap worn by observant Jewish men, because the struggle against radical Islam should be a joint struggle and everyone should say, "There, we are sacrificing something." Maybe they will do with just wearing a hat, but it would be a step in the effort to stamp out radical Islam in France. Following the terror attacks in France and elsewhere that specifically targeted Jews, the party has made overtures to the country's Jewish community and has voiced support for Israel. The IDF has announced that Colonel Ronen Manelis is to become the new IDF spokesperson, taking over from Major General Moti Almoz, who's been in the post for the last 3 years. Almoz was appointed as head of the IDF's Manpower Directorate last month. The appointment of 37-year-old Manelis by IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Gadi Eisenkot was approved by Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman. Manelis, who currently serves as assistant to Eisenkot, will be promoted to the rank of Brigadier General. The head of the Navy's Operations Department, whose name cannot be published for security reasons, will take over for Manelis as Eisenkot's aide. Manelis began his service in military intelligence and held a number of high-ranking positions in that unit. He has served as Eisenkot's assistant since 2015. He also served as Eisenkot's chief of staff twice. It has been only 3 decades since 3D printing was invented, but Israel is already the manufacturer of roughly 40% of all 3D printers worldwide. The 3D printing process works with a digital file of the desired item, and it's created and stored on a computer, and then sent to the 3D printer for printing. Creating the file from scratch, however, is very technical, and right now can only be done by trained programmers. But as 3D printers flourish in the market, eventually even children will be taught how to do this programming on their own. Meanwhile, doctors are already using these printers to create anatomy mock-ups so they can have the clearest view possible and know exactly where to cut once in surgery. They also use them to create medical devices that can match the exact need of any patient at a fraction of the price in a fraction of the time.
That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras and see you next time with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.